The night it happened started like any other Friday. We invited a few close friends over for dinner, laughing, playing music, swapping old stories. I grilled steaks in the backyard while my wife, Emily, handled salads and drinks. My best friend Josh arrived last, carrying his usual charm and loud jokes that filled every quiet corner. We'd all known each other for years, since college, and I'd always been proud that Emily and Josh got along so well. They were like siblings, or at least, that's what I thought. The evening went smoothly, the laughter easy and genuine. But then, as I brought out dessert, Emily said something that stopped me in my tracks. Someone complimented the food, and she grinned at Josh. Well, I think Josh already got too close to me in the kitchen. He practically knows all my secrets now. Everyone laughed, but there was something in her tone, a teasing edge that felt wrong. Josh chuckled awkwardly, stealing a glance at me before looking away. The table went quiet for a moment, but Emily waved it off. "Oh, come on. I'm joking." I forced a stiff smile, but my chest felt tight. It was supposed to be funny, but it wasn't. After everyone left that night, I asked, "What did you mean back there?" She rolled her eyes and sighed. "It was just a joke, Ben. You've been so sensitive lately. A joke about you and Josh being close." I pressed quietly because it hadn't sounded funny. "You're imagining things," she said sharply. "You always twist my words." I didn't reply. There was no point arguing with someone who had already decided I was overreacting. But Josh's face during that moment haunted me. The next day, I couldn't stop replaying it. Maybe I was being paranoid. Maybe stress from work was clouding my judgment. But when I stopped by Josh's office to return his forgotten jacket, I saw something that made my stomach turn. Emily's coffee cup in his trash bin, the same reusable mug she used every morning. I didn't say a word. I went home, pretending everything was normal, while inside I was unraveling. Over the next week, I started noticing small things. A second phone she had quickly, a sudden shift in her perfume, her laughter echoing from another room during a call. My gut screamed that something was wrong, but my heart didn't want to believe it. I decided to test a small theory. I texted Josh, "Hey, want to grab lunch tomorrow?" He replied, "Can't, busy day." 10 minutes later, Emily told me she was meeting a friend for lunch. I didn't need to guess who. That night, while she slept, I checked her phone, not out of curiosity, but out of pain. There was messages between her and Josh. Inside jokes, lunch plans, late-night chats. Nothing overt, but the tone spoke volumes. Betrayal doesn't always scream. It whispers between words. "I understand you," and "Don't tell Ben, he'll worry." I stared at the screen until tears blurred my vision. The next morning, I didn't confront her. I called my lawyer. "I think my marriage is over," I said, my voice breaking. "I just need to make sure I leave the right way." My lawyer, an old friend of my father's, told me to stay calm, gather what I needed, and think clearly. And so I did. I stopped reacting and started observing. A few days later, Emily mentioned visiting her mom. I followed quietly from a distance, not to invade, but to confirm the truth. She wasn't going to her mom. She met Josh at a cafe, laughing like nothing was wrong. I took a photo, then left before they noticed me. That evening, I waited at home, calm and silent. Emily came in and kissed my cheek as if nothing had happened. "Long day?" I asked. "Yeah," she said. "Just family stuff." "Funny," I replied. "Your mom called earlier. She said she hasn't seen you in weeks." Her face went pale. "Ben, it's not what you think." "Then tell me what I think," I said, handed her the photo. Her voice cracked. "We just needed someone to talk to," she whispered. I nodded. "You had me for that." She started crying, but I felt nothing. No anger, no relief, just emptiness. "You said it was just a joke that night," I whispered. Turns out the joke was on me. That same evening, I packed my bag. I didn't shout or curse. I just left. Over the following weeks, I focused on rebuilding my peace. Josh moved out of town not long after. Emily tried calling, but I never answered. Sometimes silence is the only answer left. Months later, I realized the truth. People reveal their intentions not through confessions, but through carelessness. One careless joke had shown me everything I needed to know. And while it hurt, it also set me free.